What if your body is already telling you how many healthy years you've left? Not in vague terms, but through specific measurable signs. Things you can see, feel, and even test from the comfort of your own home. We used to think aging was just a slow decline, a mystery we had to accept. But science is catching up, and what it's revealing is groundbreaking, especially for those of us over 70. Because now, we know there are real predictors of how long and how well you'll live. Simple things like the way you walk, how well you sleep, even how steady you are on one leg. These aren't random facts. These are scientifically proven signs that researchers say can help forecast your future health and possibly your lifespan. And the best part? You can influence every single one of them. Stick with me, because the seventh sign we'll uncover today is so surprisingly simple, yet outperforms blood pressure, cholesterol, even some genetic markers when it comes to predicting longevity. It's the one most people overlook, but it could be the difference between just getting older and truly living longer. So if you're over 60 or care for someone who is, grab a notepad, turn up the volume, and stay with me until the end. These 7 signs might change the way you see your body and your future. And before we dive in, I'd love to know, how old are you right now? And what's one thing you do that makes you feel young? Type your answer in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe. We share science-based health wisdom every single week, created especially for you. Sign number 1, walking speed, the silent predictor. Let's start with something most of us do every day, walking. It turns out the speed at which you walk could be more telling than you think. Walking speed is an indicator of muscle mass, cardiovascular health, and even brain function. Studies have found that as we age, walking speed decreases. But it's not just about getting slower. It's a direct signal that our body is struggling to keep up. Research from the Journal of Gerontology has shown that walking speed is a stronger predictor of life expectancy than cholesterol levels. That's right. How quickly you walk is telling you how long you're likely to live. Why does this matter? Well, slower walking speed often correlates with reduced muscle mass and lower cardiovascular fitness. But the good news? You can improve your walking speed with simple exercises. Strengthening your legs and core muscles through exercises like lunges, squats, and step-ups can help you walk faster and live longer. Take a moment right now. How long does it take you to walk 1 mile? Are you getting slower over time? Let me know in the comments. It may sound simple, too simple maybe, but researchers have been studying walking speed for over a decade, and what they found is nothing short of incredible. In fact, a major study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that walking speed in older adults is a strong indicator of survival rates. The faster your natural walking pace, the higher your chance of living longer. Why? Because walking speed isn't just about your legs. It reflects the health of your heart, lungs, muscles, nervous system, and even your brain. When any of those systems are struggling, your walking speed usually slows down, sometimes without you even noticing. So how fast should you be walking? The study suggests that walking at 1 meter per second or faster, that's about 2.2 miles per hour, is linked to better longevity. Below that, risk factors start to rise. But here's the good news. You're not stuck with the speed you have today. Just like strength, balance, and memory, walking speed can improve with consistency. Simple things like daily 15-minute walks, gentle leg stretches, or even standing up from a chair without using your hands can help retrain your body. And if you want a quick test right now, try this. Walk 10 feet at your normal pace. If it takes you longer than 7 seconds, it might be time to give those legs a little more love. Because the way you move today can reveal where your health is headed tomorrow. And remember, this isn't about racing anyone. It's about listening to what your body is trying to tell you and taking small, smart steps forward. Sign number 4, sleep quality, the nighttime blueprint for longevity. Sign number 4 often slips under the radar, yet it may be one of the most powerful indicators of how long and how well you'll live. It's the quality of your sleep. Not just how many hours you spend in bed, but how deeply, how consistently, and how restfully you sleep. Scientific research from a National Institute on Aging and several sleep laboratories has found a strong link between poor sleep in seniors and increased risk of heart disease, dementia, obesity, depression, and even early death. Instead of focusing on your weight, try this. Measure your waist and divide it by your height. A healthy ratio is less than 0.5. If your ratio is higher, it could be time to focus on reducing belly fat to increase your lifespan. To improve your waist-to-height ratio, focus on healthy eating, regular physical activity, and stress management. Start with small changes. Cut back on processed foods, add more fiber to your diet, and aim for 30 minutes of exercise most days of the week. Here's the truth. If you're over 70, your body needs restorative sleep more than ever. But the natural aging process often makes sleep lighter, shorter, and more fragmented. You might fall asleep just fine, but wake up every hour, or rise too early, or feel exhausted even after 8 hours in bed. All of these are signs your body isn't reaching the deep, healing stages of sleep it needs to repair cells, regulate hormones, and strengthen memory. Want to know if your sleep is putting your longevity at risk? Ask yourself, do I wake up feeling refreshed? Do I fall asleep within 20 minutes? Do I stay asleep for most of the night? If the answer is no, your body may be trying to tell you something. But here's the hopeful part. Sleep quality is something you can take control of. Stick to a bedtime routine. Dim lights an hour before sleep. Avoid large meals and screens late at night. And try a few minutes of quiet breathing or light stretching before bed. You're not just helping yourself fall asleep faster. You're helping your brain age slower, your heart work smarter, and your body live longer. Because sleep isn't just rest, it's renewal. Sign number 5, balance and stability. The hidden test of longevity. The 5th sign might surprise you because it doesn't come from your heart or your brain or even your blood. It comes from your ability to stand on one leg. Balance and stability aren't just about preventing falls, though that's critical. They're actually strong predictors of how well your brain and muscles are aging together. In one large study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, people who couldn't stand on one leg for 10 seconds were twice as likely to die within the next 10 years, regardless of age, weight, or medical history. Why does this simple act matter so much? Because balance relies on multiple systems. Your legs, your core, your inner ear, your eyesight, your reflexes, and even your brain. When any one of these starts to decline, your balance is one of the first things to go. So here's your challenge. Try this right now, only if it's safe. Stand near a wall or chair. Lift one foot a few inches off the ground. Count to 10. Can you do it without wobbling, touching the wall, or putting your foot down? If you struggle, that's okay. It's not about perfection. It's about awareness. Even practicing for 1 minute a day can rebuild balance. Try brushing your teeth while standing on one leg, or do simple heel-to-toe walks along a hallway. Improving your balance doesn't just prevent falls. It protects your future. It gives you the power to stay mobile, stay independent, and stay doing what you love. Sleep is so simple, yet so powerful. We all know it's essential for rest. But did you know the quality of your sleep is a huge predictor of your longevity? Studies have shown that poor sleep is associated with a higher risk of chronic diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia. But it's not just about how many hours you sleep. It's the quality of that sleep. Aging often disrupts sleep, but creating a sleep-friendly routine can help. Avoid caffeine late in the day, limit screen time, and create a calming environment for sleep. Here's a quick sleep challenge. Try avoiding screens 1 hour before bed and see how it affects your rest. Let me know how it works for you. How well do you sleep at night? Let me know how your sleep quality affects your daily life. Because the steadier you stand today, the longer and stronger you walk into tomorrow. Sign number 2, grip strength. The strength hidden in your hands. Let's move on to the second sign, and this one hides in plain sight. It's the strength of your grip. Now, let's talk about a less obvious sign, grip strength. This isn't just about how tight you can hold a jar. It's an indicator of overall muscle strength and health. A study from The Lancet found that weak grip strength is linked to higher rates of disability and premature death. When you have a strong grip, It signals that your overall muscle mass and function are better, which can lead to longer life. Want to improve it? Simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball, using hand grips, or lifting light weights will do wonders for your grip strength. Try this every day. Do a few minutes of grip strengthening exercises. Not only will your hands become stronger, but you'll also notice an increase in your overall physical strength. You might not think your handshake matters much after 70, but science says otherwise. Studies from Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the UK Biobank have all confirmed one thing: low grip strength is directly linked to shorter life expectancy. In fact, grip strength has become such a powerful predictor that researchers now use it as a stand-in for overall muscle health and even heart health. Why? Because your hands are a mirror of your entire body's aging process. We lose muscle mass as we age. It's called sarcopenia, and the hands are often where this decline first becomes noticeable. A weak grip can signal reduced strength in your arms, core, and legs, and that, in turn, raises your risk for falls, fractures, mobility issues, and yes, early mortality. So, how do you test your grip strength? Here's a simple method. Take a tennis ball or a soft stress ball. Squeeze it as hard as you can with one hand. Hold for 3 seconds. Now switch hands. If that squeeze feels weak, shaky, or tiring, it could be your body's quiet warning. But like walking speed, grip strength can improve. Try squeezing resistance balls for a few minutes a day. Use light hand weights or grip trainers. Even opening jars or using clothespins can train your fingers and wrists. You're not just building hand strength. You're protecting your independence. Because the stronger your grip, the more likely you'll be able to open your own doors, carry your own groceries, and keep doing things that make life rich and meaningful. Let your hands remind you, strength isn't gone. It's just waiting to be rebuilt. Sign number 3, resting heart rate, your heart's quiet messenger. The third sign is something you can measure in just 60 seconds, but it might reveal a great deal about your future health. It's your resting heart rate. This number, how many times your heart beats per minute when you're calm, still, and relaxed, can be a window into your cardiovascular system. Research shows that a resting heart rate between 60 and 80 beats per minute is ideal for most older adults. Anything consistently above 80 could signal that your heart is working harder than it should, perhaps even struggling. And that matters because studies link a higher resting heart rate to increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and early death. But there's something empowering here. Your heart rate is not fixed. It reflects your daily habits, your activity levels, your stress, your sleep, even your hydration. So how can you check yours? Place 2 fingers on your wrist or the side of your neck. Count the beats for 30 seconds. Then double the number. If your heart rate is creeping above 85 or 90 at rest, don't panic. It's a signal, not a sentence. And you can respond. Try walking for 10 minutes after meals. Reduce caffeine. Practice deep breathing before bed. Even 5 deep, slow breaths right now can lower your heart rate within minutes. Balance is everything as we age. In fact, falls are the leading cause of injury in seniors, but they don't have to be inevitable. Good balance is linked to better overall health and longevity. If you have trouble standing on one leg, it could be a sign of muscle weakness or poor coordination. But balance is something you can improve no matter your age. Research shows that people who can balance for 20 seconds or more on one leg have a significantly reduced risk of falls and live longer. Try the simple balance exercise. Stand on one leg for 10 to 15 seconds, then switch. Do this 5 times each day. It strengthens the muscles in your legs and improves your stability. Have you tried standing on one leg for balance? How long can you hold it? Think of your heart as a lifelong companion. It beats over 100,000 times a day, quietly working for you. When you listen to it, it can tell you how well you're really doing. Because in the rhythm of your heart, your future might already be whispering. Sign number 6, waist-to-height ratio. We've all heard about BMI, weight, and body fat, but there's one number that may predict your lifespan even more accurately. It's your waist-to-height ratio. It's simple, powerful, and often overlooked. But research shows that this one number is a better predictor of life expectancy than your weight or BMI. especially after 70. Here's how it works. Measure your waist in inches. Then measure your height. Your waistline should be less than half your height. So if you're 68 inches tall, that's 5 feet 8 inches. Your waist should be under 34 inches. Why? Because belly fat, especially the kind that wraps around your internal organs, is metabolically active and dangerous. It raises your risk of diabetes, heart disease, stroke, inflammation, and certain cancers. It's also closely tied to reduced muscle mass and higher frailty in older adults. And the truth is, even people who look slim can have dangerous visceral fat around their waist. But the best part? This number is changeable. Simple daily movement, reducing added sugars, managing stress, and getting better sleep can all shrink your waist over time, even if the scale doesn't budge much. And don't rely only on clothing size. Take an actual measurement. The tape measure doesn't lie, and it might save your life. Because the smaller your waist-to-height ratio gets, the more room you're making for a longer, healthier future. Muscle mass isn't just about strength. It's a marker for overall health. Research has shown that sarcopenia, or muscle loss due to aging, is linked to a shorter lifespan. Maintaining muscle mass helps you stay mobile, healthy, and independent as you age. Strength training exercises, such as weightlifting or resistance bands, can help you maintain and even rebuild muscle mass. Even small amount of resistance training, 2 to 3 times per week, can make a massive difference in your health and longevity. Sign number 7, leg power. We've reached the final sign, and it might be the most surprising one of all. It's not your blood pressure. It's not your memory. It's not your cholesterol. It's the strength of your legs. Yes, your legs, because the muscles that carry you every day may hold the clearest clues to how long and how well you'll live. In fact, several studies, including those from the Journal of Gerontology and the American Journal of Medicine, have found that lower body strength is one of the most powerful predictors of survival in older adults. Why? Because weak legs lead to weak movement, and weak movement leads to everything else falling apart: balance, metabolism, independence, even brain health. If you have trouble getting up from a chair without using your hands, if stairs leave you winded, or if walking for more than 5 minutes wears you out, your legs may already be warning you. But here's the good news. Your leg muscles are some of the most responsive in your entire body. You can rebuild strength at any age. Start small. Try sitting and standing from a chair 5 times without using your arms. Practice standing on one leg for 10 seconds. Go for a walk after breakfast. Stretch your calves and thighs daily. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy shoes. You just need consistency. Because every step you take now is an investment in your freedom later. Stronger legs mean fewer falls, better circulation, stronger bones, more confidence, and yes, more years. If you take nothing else from this video, remember this. Your legs are your lifeline. The stronger they are, the longer you go. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap the 7 powerful signs that can reveal how long and how well you might live after 70. 1. Walking speed. How fast you walk isn't just about mobility. It's a direct reflection of your heart, lungs, and brain health. 2. Grip strength. Strong hands equal a strong core and a resilient body. It's one of the best predictors of all-cause mortality. 3. Balance and stability. If you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds or more, you're already ahead of the curve. 4. Waist-to-height ratio. It's not about weight. It's about where fat is stored. Your belly can quietly predict heart risk. 5. Sleep quality. Good sleep protects your brain, boosts immunity, and even extends your lifespan. 6. Muscle mass. The more lean muscle you keep, the better your metabolism, strength, and overall longevity. 7. Leg power. Your leg strength determines your independence and how well you'll live in your later years. Each one of these signs gives you a window into your body's true age and the power to make a change starting today. So now you know, your body isn't guessing how long you'll live. It's giving you clear signals. Signals you can see in your walking speed, your grip, your sleep, your balance, your waistline, and the strength in your legs. Each of these 7 signs doesn't just predict how many years you'll live. They reveal how well you'll live them. But here's the truth. These signs are not set in stone. No matter your age, you can still act. You can still build strength, improve sleep, balance better, and support your heart and brain. Small habits, done daily, create a ripple effect that can transform your future. So, ask yourself, what's one change I can make today that my future self will thank me for? And if you found value in this video, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or loved one who deserves a healthier tomorrow. And before you go, tap that subscribe button. Join a growing community of people just like you who are rewriting what aging can look like, one smart choice at a time. Because longevity isn't about luck. It's about listening to your body and choosing to care for it with love and wisdom. Thank you for watching, and here's to your long, strong, and healthy life ahead.